Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another week with Chad Stocks Market. So today's Tuesday, and we saw another high in the S&P 500. So today I have up on your screen the S&P 500 chart since the high of the last 10 years, back in 2007, and then the low in 2009 and all the way to the highs of today. And I wanted to look at it from a very interesting perspective. So I was looking at Elliot Wave Theory, and this is the theory that all major moves, and minor moves actually it turns out, are governed by a pattern of waves. So this guy, Elliot, discovered that waves generally move in 5 segments up and 3 segments down. So I'm going to draw this up here in the corner. So 5 segments would be starting from here to there. That's segment number 1. Segment number 2 would be a down segment. Segment number 3 going up. Segment number 4 going down. And then segment number 5 going up as well. And then on the way back down, there's 3 sections. So 1 down segment, 1 up segment, and 1 down segment. So this is basically Elliot Wave Theory. There's number 1, there's number 2, there's number 3 up segments, although that's actually generally known as the 5th segment, so you name them in order. So where are we right now? The way I see it, here's the bottom, here's segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, segment 4. So that leaves us in segment 5. So segment 5 would be the last segment in the overall trend. Now the really interesting thing is, first of all, let me show you this. If we go back to the highs of last 2006, we can do the same thing on the way back down. So we can say this segment 1, segment 2, and then segment 3 on the way down. So it's got 3 segments on the way down and 5 segments on the way up. Now the interesting thing about Elliott Wave Theory is that these segments are fractal. So you can break them down onto any time, basically. So if we go back down to our lows of 2009, we can actually see, this is a weekly chart, by the way, we can see Elliott Wave even on this first segment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that tops out that first segment, and then you get 1, 2, 3 on the way down, and then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the way up, and then 3 on the way down. So you can see it in different segments even within the overall trend. So even if here is our start, and here is our overall pivot, you can see within that first segment there are actually 2 different Elliott wave patterns. And it's a little bit subjective because let's take this for example, this segment right here, from here to here. So there are 2 downtrends, right? 3 downtrends, 3. So our Elliott wave theory would generally call for only 1 downtrend. So since this middle one is pretty small, that's why I skipped that one, and I went from here to here being number 1, then I skipped that one to number 2, and then here for number 5. Now the interesting thing when considering where we are in the market right now, so the fifth segment, this segment right here, always has to be smaller than the third segment. So that's one reason that I took this downward movement right here as the second segment instead of this one, because this way the third segment is larger than the first and the fifth. And in addition, these two segments right here are about the same length. So this could not be the limitation of the third segment. So going back to our chart for the overall trend, again, this is what I got. Number 1, number 2, and then of course a big number 3 right here. Number 4, and then number 5. So that being said, number 5 is never larger than 3. It's usually the smallest wave in the Elliot wave progression. But that being said, it doesn't look like it's over right now. So Elliot wave would tend to indicate that we are going to be moving higher than we are at this moment. That there's going to be another leg up, although not the largest leg up, and then you'll see a large move down. And then we can talk about things like Fibonacci and if we're going to do a 50% retracement or whatnot. Things like that come into play after the fifth movement. So hope that was helpful for you. A little refresher on your Elliot Wave Theory. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can contact me and find more information at chadstocks.com. Please subscribe down below, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.